Alright, let's dive into this because it's a story that's got me thinking, and trust me, there's a lot to unpack here. So, Teremoana Teremoana, the Aussie heavyweight sensation, is making waves, and not just in the ring. Personally, I think what makes this really interesting is how he's positioning himself as this unstoppable force, this brick wall as he calls it, while simultaneously calling out the current champ, Stevan Ivic, for being scared. It's a bold move, right? But here's the thing. In boxing, confidence is currency, and Teremoana's got it in spades. What many people don't realize is that this kind of trash talk isn't just about ego, it's strategy. He's building his brand, creating a narrative that he's the future of Australian heavyweight boxing, and honestly, it's working. Now, let's talk about his upcoming fight against DeAndre Savage. On paper, it looks like a mismatch. Teremoana's a $1.04 favorite, while Savage is out at $14. But here's where it gets fascinating. Savage isn't some nobody. He's been world-ranked. He's sparred with big names like Jarrell Miller and Andy Ruiz Jr. So, why is he such an underdog? In my opinion, it's because Teremoana's momentum is just that unstoppable. He's not just winning fights, he's ending them early with 11 knockouts in 11 fights. That's not just skill, that's dominance. And what this really suggests is that Teremoana isn't just aiming for the Australian title, he's using it as a stepping stone to the global stage. One thing that immediately stands out is his focus on Stevan Ivic. He's not just calling him out, he's practically obsessing over it. "I'm sick of repeating myself," he says. And honestly, I get it. If you're as confident as Teremoana claims to be, you want the biggest challenges, the most high-profile fights. But here's the broader perspective. Boxing is as much about timing as it is about talent. Ivic might be the champ now, but Teremoana's strategy is to paint him as the guy who's avoiding the real fight. It's a classic move, and it puts Ivic in a tough spot. If he doesn't take the fight, he looks weak. If he does, well, let's just say Teremoana's got a point when he says, they know the outcome. Now, let's talk about Brandon Grach for a second. Teremoana's rooting for him to take the title from Ivic, and it's not just because he wants an easier path to the belt. What makes this really interesting is how Teremoana's framing Grach as the real fighter, who'll actually step up. It's a smart play. He's positioning himself as the guy who's ready to fight anyone, anytime. But here's the kicker. He's also undermining Grach by pointing out his recent win over a cruiserweight. What does he expect getting in the ring with me? He asks. And honestly, that's a fair question. Teremoana's not just bigger, he's got the knockout power to back it up. From my perspective, this is a guy who's not just talking the talk, he's got the resume to walk the walk. What this really suggests is that Teremoana's playing the long game. He's not just focused on Australia, he's got his eyes on the global heavyweight scene. His plans to head to the US and Europe for sparring? That's not just training, it's networking, it's building his name internationally. And if you take a step back and think about it, that's the mark of a fighter who's not just aiming for the top, he's planning to stay there. Personally, I think we're watching the rise of a future world champion, and what's most exciting is how he's doing it. It's not just about the fights, it's about the story he's telling, the brand he's building. And in boxing, that's just as important as the punches you throw. So here's my closing thought. Teremoana Teremoana isn't just a fighter. He's a storyteller. And in a sport where narratives matter as much as knockouts, he's writing one hell of a script. The question is, will the ending be as dominant as he promises? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, I'll be watching and so should you.